Hey guys, we've got news for Global on September 15th for the Global Exclusive Week. And this week, joining me to discuss the news is iBuko. Did I say your name right?
Oh yeah, it's fine, absolutely fine. Well, I'm Italian, so my pronunciation will be worse than yours, so it's fine. Ibuko is fine.
All right. But this week we've got so the news this week was already sort of spoiled a little bit, or announced in advance, I should say, by Tony and Justin from the live stream. So we kind of knew we were getting Shrine Maiden Tsukiko, the NeoVision's global exclusive for Clash of Wills. So what do you think of Tsukiko's overall unit design, Ibuko, like the sprite and all?
Okay. First of all, I want to say that I love the sprite. The sprite, to me, after Karten, everyone knows I love Karten, is the best sprite in the game, especially the Brave Shift form. I love it.
The Brave Shift form. We go down there real quick to show that. Yep, here it is.
It's a masterpiece.
It is
They
pretty.
did an amazing job. Yep.
It is pretty cool, and the little fox. I really love that the fox is in both of the sprites. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, they are on top of the broom, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In the
I love.
lore, who does the fox belong to? Do you actually know? Because Kaito, his 7-star form, had the fox in a bunch of his animations as well. So is it like Kaito's fox or is it Tsukiko's fox?
I think it's Tsukiko one because she is a kind of fox maiden. No, even if you remember the 7-star form, she has all the skills mentioning a fox. So I think it's Tsukiko one,
Okay, makes
maybe.
makes sense. She does still have the broom again, which is kind of funny.
Yes.
So this week is going to also be the global exclusive Vision card, the Kind-Hearted Demon. So the same format we've had before. It's a step up. If you go the 28K on the banner, you'll get the card guaranteed. You need to go, I think it's like 44K or something to get all the way to Tsukiko's Pity. Pretty standard at this point for the card. We'll go over the card more in a moment. But Tsukiko is a true Brave Shift Evoker. So this is our first global exclusive Evoker, isn't it?
Yep. I'm quite excited, to be
Oh,
honest.
actually, I'm just realizing Morgana was actually our
Morgana
first,
was
a
yeah,
7-star.
7-star. Well, who literally used Morgana? But yeah.
That was kind of
No.
the problem, that they honestly didn't do so great with Morgana's design back in the day. So I'm really hopeful that Tsukiko can kind of save the evoker meta or whatever with her, because currently we don't really have any good evokers except for Yuna. Yuna just got upgraded and she's quite strong now if you crown her, but the rest of the evokers are like, ugh, they are just real bad.
Yeah, it's always, we just got Yuna crown, and Gumi decide now to release a unit which will be probably stronger than Yuna if we follow, the story of
Hmm.
the Gilex release. So let's see.
It very seems likely. So the base form is a buffer and a mage, and then the shift form is a mage and a debuffer, and that's actually really cool. I really like these days when units have the debuffer tag, even if they're not technically a breaker. Having
Yeah.
that debuffer tag gives her access to a bunch of exclusive gear. That's real nice, like Emperor's STMR, Lulu's STMR, stuff like that. So that's really nice that she has that tag.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when I saw the tag, I was thinking about Lulu STMR.
Mm-hmm.
My just if she gonna use LB to do damage, why not?
Exactly. So we'll go over her card more in a moment, but here's the TMR and STMR. So the TMR is pretty typical. It seems basically the same thing as Chizuru's TMR, just the magical version. So, it gives magic break immunity, 60% magic, and then evocation damage up by 50, but the break immunity is exclusive to Tsukiko. I wish they wouldn't do that. How do you feel about that, them locking part of the thing on the TMR to the unit?
To be honest, I'm not a great fan of locking certain part of, especially on a TMR to a particular unit. Makes sense because is the TMR of the unit itself.
Mm-hmm.
But locking would be nice, to use on unit like Yuna or Lena, or if we will ever use Lena one day. You know,
Well, the second part is universal. So the magic and the evocation damage that can go on everyone, even like Yuna and stuff. I was talking about the first part, the nullify magic breaks.
The
That
magic reduction, yeah.
Yeah, because that's not really all that strong. We already have that on Ace's STMR, the Vermilion flag, and that even persists after break. So that's like really not a powerful effect, and they lock it to the unit. It feels unnecessary, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then the STMR is a two-handed rod, 240 magic, 500 flat magic for Tsukiko only, and then for everyone, they get 50% Evo magic, I believe that is. So, pretty decent rod. I think this is the highest. Is this the highest magic two-handed rod in the game? How much magic is the guy from Dragon Quest, Mams? How much was his, not Mam, Pop? How much was his rod? Do you remember the base magic?
I think it was 210.
Oh,
if I'm
210?
not wrong.
Okay.
Around something like that, yeah.
So this is definitely, seems to be the best rod in the game at this point. The evocation damage is, pretty limited. There's not many magical evokers that are worth using, honestly. I think there's a bunch of there that's not worth using, like, Rydia. And so I love Rydia, I love Lena and all that, but they're just not worth using.
But because she has the debuffer tag, I'm hoping and praying that she might have some Imperial, for weapon. In that case, I might take a couple of copy. I mean, I might estimate Mugol 2 or 3 of this rod. I know. Might be just for the magic stat.
Oh, definitely. If I pull multiple Tsukiko, I'm definitely getting a minimum of 2, potentially 3. I don't know about that, but definitely 2. Definitely 2. Because the thing for me is I actually already have Nicole's STMR, the water Nicole with
yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think I really need like 4 two-handed rods, but we'll see.
A couple seems good.
And then her previewed EX ability. Now, usually the EX2 ability is like Warring Spirit, so this seems like it'll probably be the EX3 ability. But this is like really powerful, and that's really strong to be locked behind EX3. How do you feel about that, iBuko?
Well, to be honest, as you said, is a very strong ability. Locking for an EX3 will make sense just to make people pull more and just to give this, how can I say, the good feel that, okay, I've reached X3 and I got something good.
That is kind of true. It definitely feels rewarding getting to EX3. Yeah. The issue I have with it is because on the other side of the coin, if you don't get all the way to EX3, it feels like you're missing out on a lot of power. So like locking, 500 magic to EX3, that's fine. It's, a big boost, but not that big a deal. But this is 1,000 magic, 150 LB damage, and the chain cap up. Like, that is a lot of power. So to make up for that, you just can't make up the flat magic. And then 150 LB damage is taking a minimum of 2 slots to make up. And then the chain cap up is, again, another slot you're losing. That's three different gear slots you are losing by not being EX3. That is a massive power spike, or power loss, depending on the way you want to look at it, to either have or not have EX3.
Yeah. I think... even looking at the news we're gonna see, there's one of the news talking about the shard bundle. When they put that type of shard bundle, they are extremely pricey. So it looks like they want to make good money with Tsukiko.
It does seem that way. So it's not previewed here on the news, but we do know from the stream a few days ago with Tony and Justin that she has fire, earth, and light element skills in her kit. Her primary seems to be earth, though. So the earth stuff is previewed. She's got evocation damage, fills LB gauge, and then she's got imperil fields for earth. She probably has them for the other ones as well. Based on her being fire and light, but they didn't... I'm not sure if they said that in the news, but they did say she has support for all 3 elements, so it would seem likely.
Support for the 3 element and specialize on earth. Talking about the 7-star, where is water? There's no water
Exactly. That's so confused me when I heard the stream. I was like thinking like her and Kaito are like a pair, and Kaito is all about water. Tsukiko in the 7-star was all about water, and she has no water whatsoever. It makes no sense to me. No sense. Wasn't she like literally like in the story like the water maiden of the shrine or something?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, the fox. Yeah, yeah. It was water related their story. Yeah, that's why
Ah.
Kaito, if you remember, is all waterlocked.
Mm-hmm.
As
It's so strange that she has no water in her kit, but I mean, oh well.
that's fine.
It's strange. So here is Tsukiko's card herself. You get her from the unit. She's not premium, so you'll get it at EX1, another one at EX3. It's a pretty good card. 125 magic, 50%, 50 LB damage, and 50 evoke damage, so really good. And then 500 flat for Brave XPS only. I kind of wish this wasn't locked to Brave XPS for the flat. I mean, I kind of understand why it is, but when you see the other card, you'll see what I'm talking about. But this one, it's a good card. It's a really good card.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Now
the 125 magic stats, the 50% LB damage. Yeah, absolutely a good card. Absolutely a good card.
Mm-hmm. But then, if you pull on her banner, you're getting the Kind-Hearted Demon, which is the Ibarra graphic card. This one, also 125 magic, 200% double hand, 100% killers to dragons and fairies, some resistances on it, and then for Brave XPS units only, 500 flat magic, 50 evoke damage, and 50 Esper magic. So this is just straight up better than her normal card.
Well, of course, and seems like a best in slot for Tsukiko itself.
It seems very, very likely, yep. And it does have killers on it as well, so this would still be even a great card on like not non-evokers. Like this would be good on what's your girl's name? Like Olive or other Brave XPS mages like Olivera, stuff like that. So it's a really good card. Or Tiana, all of well, Tiana doesn't really need double hand, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, a lot of people miss the previous one, the Dazzling card.
Oh, I know.
Reading on Discord and everywhere, a lot of people, they wanted something similar. This one is kind of similar, but different on the other side. But still be useful, especially for the 200% magic through double hand. So
it's definitely strong. I do feel like the Dazzling Demoness card is overall just way better. And I did say when it came out, the Dazzling Demoness card does seem absurdly, amazingly good, and people should go for it if they have the ability to. I realize not everyone had, a big enough stash saved up when that came out, and it wasn't on a global banner, so it was a little bit harder to pull for. But, man, hopefully someday they put out another Dazzling card for people to get.
Kind of well, you said on your stream to pull for the card, so.
Yeah, but what was the anniversary? They actually brought back the Leave It to Me card, the global exclusive. So maybe they'll bring the Dazzling Demoness card back again, and people can go for it because that one is still so good.
Yeah, maybe for Christmas. Usually these are the type of banner they to bring for Christmas. So there's still hope.
That'd be a good idea. Yeah. And then this is what you were talking about, the Faithful Spock Spirits Platinum Chest. So you get 50 Tsukiko fragments in a special bundle, along with a guaranteed pull, which is like whatever. They did this recently for a different unit. I remember talking about it in a different news video, and I forgot what unit it was. I never went and looked what it cost. Do you remember, iBuko, what the recent unit that had one of these was?
I think it was around, I'm talking about in pounds because I live in UK, it was around £50, something like that, if I remember well. To be honest, is a bundle that usually I spend money on game, but this type of bundle I never purchase because they are extremely overpriced.
Oh, geez, right. So this bundle was the cash only bundle.
Yeah, if I remember well.
Okay.
Something similar we had in the past was cash bundle. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I was kind of hoping it'd be like a Lapis bundle, but I guess not. So £50 UK. I'm not sure what that. Do you have any idea what that converts to for like USD? Any idea? I don't know.
Like $70, something like that. I think.
$70? Oh wow. So that's really expensive.
because it's the platinum. Yeah, usually are around in UK from 37.99 to 54.99. Usually this one is the average, if I'm not mistaken. So
Okay. Well, we can
yeah,
see the price of this on Thursday, and then people can make their own decision if it's worth it for them or not. But it is available if you want it.
yeah.
We're also getting September Item World, and the special item this week, or this month, well, this week, is the Encyclopedia of Herbs. It's a double-handed rod. Normally, I would say this is kind of whatever, because from the viewpoint of a veteran player, it is kind of whatever. Like, I'll probably not ever use this on my main account. But now that I've been doing like the new player stuff, this is going to be amazing on my new player account, especially I'm even looking at stuff like the top operative TMR and the chic summer hat. All of this is going to be so good to get for free on my new player account series. So I have a new appreciation of these freebie gifts they give you in Item World. I've always like brushed over them as my veteran account, but for new player stuff, this is like super nice, really nice to get.
Oh yeah, 200, 189 magic plus killer plus boost equipment magic 50% as exclusive. It's not absolutely no bad.
And now, speaking of Item World, something else we got previewed in the recent stream from Tony and Justin is Item World is going to become a permanent feature after the UI update. They did announce on the stream that the UI update is coming on September 22nd. When that happens, Item World will become a permanently available I guess game mode, or whatever you want to call it. It will always be there. It'll still have the 10 orbs, regenerate 1 per hour, but you can always run it at any time. And I've seen a lot of questions for people asking about milestones. For example, all these little rewards you get every time it runs. Like, what does that happen when it becomes permanent? We don't know specifically for the global server, but I will say the way the JP server does it, and global will probably do the same thing. On the JP server, on the first of the month, every month, the milestones reset. You can get them again. So each month, you can get all the milestones from Vision World, every single month. I would assume Global does the same thing because, it just makes sense. So probably.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
So yep, that'll be good. And then also this week we are getting the Clash of Wills equipment update. So all the existing Clash of Wills gear basically just gets higher stats. So the helm goes up to 120 attack and magic. The robe, or the clothing, goes up to 150. The tank helm gets a bunch more stats, mostly a flat HP and MP. Actually, the defensive stats don't change, which is a little strange, but okay. And then the rain gets 10 more stats. So that's pretty nice, I guess, free upgrades. And also, the auto-casted morale per turn for both of them will be going up. So more morale, always nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Plus free stuff, free stats are always welcomed.
And then the last thing is the Clash of Wills Kappa. So I'm going to try to say this guy's name. I would say his name as Gion. Did I say that correctly? Because I'm told this is Italian, and you speak. Did I say it wrong?
Yes. Okay. The right way to say is Giorgione, which is funny because Giorgio means George in Italian. So it looks like Big George.
Big George.
If you want to translate in Italian. Does make any sense, the name. I love it, but does make any sense.
Okay, that's awesome. So last month, when we had the Raxatol guy, I got 100 different messages telling me about how that was like a real creature. It's like an endangered fish in, I think South America, was it, or something? But is this a real creature as well? It says a mischievous yokai. Now, I would have never thought that weird-looking salamander thing from last month was a real creature. Apparently it was. Is a yokai a real thing, or is this like a made-up fantasy creature? I don't know. Do you know?
I have no idea, but based on the Japan culture, should be a kind of water demon or water god, based on the mythology. Then let's see. Because to be honest with you, I was doing some research for this one, and I saw that in a particular area of Japan, like Shinto, I don't know if I'm saying correctly, there's the mythology about a fox, a demon fox, and a demon water. So maybe can be this one the link between Tsukiko and this boss. I don't know.
That makes sense. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I actually thought he looked like a Koopa Troopa from the Mario games.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's right.
But as far as the actual Clash of Wills itself, so it uses water, wind, and non-elemental physical and magical attacks. It uses magic that ignores cover and provoke. So this is a little scary for squishy units like, for example, Olive that we just got. It may be a problem, it may not be. We don't really know for sure. But ignoring cover, that might potentially make Chow not so overpowered this month. Yeah. Okay, so I usually get people kind of irritated at me when I say this. I honestly do. I really hope they find a way to phase Chow out of Clash of Wills. Because as powerful as Chow is, I feel like I'm just sick of every clear, including my own, having Chow in them because he's just too good. And they need to find a way to get rid of Chow because, especially for people that don't have Chow, because they're kind of tuning the Clash of Wills, assuming you have Chow. The last two Clash of Wills, filling that morale gauge was nearly impossible if you didn't have Chow, because they kind of tune it assuming you do have Chow. But for people that don't have Chow, it's a major problem.
Yeah, but I think if I remember well, the last one was even easier to cap, even if you didn't reach the max morale. I'm talking about just damage side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what you said is correct. Chow is extremely powerful unit, and it's every time you post a video, there's always someone who asks, "What if I don't have Chow?" Yeah, for certain scenario, he's absolutely amazing unit to have.
Mm-hmm.
Makes your clear much easier. Mm-hmm. I think this one will be probably the one Clash of Wills when we need to find a way without Chow.
I hope so, because if Chow is not on every single clear, it gives you more diversity and more team flexibility to not have to always bring this unit. Now I know you don't have to, but the difference between Chow and not Chow in the past is so extreme, and I don't like that.
Yep.
But
and you know what? No, go on. Sorry.
Okay. Also, the boss alternates physical and magic damage. Now, they actually went into more details on this on the stream. Basically, they're really pushing the evoker setup. So it's going to obviously be specific physical and magical mitigation, which evokers bypass. So Tsukiko is, for obvious reasons, going to be the best unit here. Also, some other good units. The boss is weak to earth, fire, and light. So other evokers are obviously Yuna. Yuna is very, very strong if crowned. Even if not crowned, she's still pretty good. Some other options that are not quite as strong but still usable are Summoner Lena, Terra. I mean, Terra is so old at this point, but still usable. Diverti is an Earth evoker, and I think that's it for all the elements.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, light. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe Lena can find a spot, in some strange composition, especially because she has field as well. So
Lena, I think, will be a pretty decent option if you decide to go fire. The problem with going with a dedicated fire team is that means Sylvie can't do 100% amplifies for you, which is big sad face. But it is still probably an option.
Yeah.
Now this one. Oh, go ahead.
No, I will tell when we're going to reach the part. Don't worry. Sorry.
Okay. So for this one right here, counters if not dealt fire, earth, or light damage. So we've had bosses like this in the past, most of them. I want to explain to players a mechanic that they may not be aware of. So in the game's coding, in the actual, the behind-the-scenes AI of the game, they can only register taking elemental damage from physical or magical sources, What this means is if you use evocation elemental damage, it will not count as a way to seal the boss. Meaning, it says if you don't deal these damages, it'll counter. If you, for example, only used an evocation fire skill, like from Lena, for example, that will not give you credit of dealing fire damage. It has to be physical or magical damage. So for this boss, I know a lot of people are going to be using evokers. If you're using evokers, they will not seal the boss. You have to seal the boss. Hey guys, technical difficulties. It is storming here. Like I live in an area that gets hurricanes a bunch. Storming. There was a power surge during recording. Thankfully, I'm pretty sure the video is okay, and I can just edit this into the end. But I'm back with iBuko again.
Hi again.
And yes, so I think before the surge, I was saying that you need to use normal damage to seal him, right?
A proper weapon or whatever to seal the boss, for house coding.
Yes, exactly. So basically just, put like an elemental weapon on your breaker, or use like a normal non-evocation, magic or physical attack per turn, and that'll be all you really need. So basically just, put like an elemental weapon on your breaker, and that's like all you really gotta do. It's just like, something I wanted to let players know for heads up.
Oh, great.
And other than that, he gets stronger below 50%, and that's pretty much it.
You know what? I think he will do some charm. We might need charm immunity. I don't know if we need a buff or... Because if you see the new morale action added, is boost reduction to attack, defense, magic, whatever, and charm for a Hala life.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Correct. And yeah, that should be pretty much it for the Clash. So on this Thursday, I definitely plan to pull for Tsukiko. It depends on the data mine. There's always a chance that if we see her data mine and she's absolutely terrible, then I won't pull, but that seems unlikely. So I'm almost certainly going to be pulling for this on Thursday. I will do my pulls, and then I will live stream Clash of Wills, assuming, the timing works out. If maintenance is like super extended, maybe I won't have time to, but I plan to live stream my Clash of Wills on Thursday.
Oh, great.
So you're pulling for her as well, iBuko?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All in for Tsukiko. All in. Yeah. I love this. Yeah, I love it.
All right. Well, that's pretty much the event for the week. They mentioned on the live stream about getting upgrades for Albed Girl Riku and then intrinsic abilities for Melia and Napi. Those are apparently not this week, so I guess they're going to be coming later in the month. I'm pretty sure that he said they're going to be in September on the live stream. So they'll be here eventually, just not this week.
Yeah, and we're gonna be able to kind of pull with ticket or coin to get them for Milia and Noppi, and use crown to actually craft the item itself, the material.
Yeah, on the live stream they said that these are not going to be free intrinsics. You have to either craft them or get them from step-up banners.
Yeah.
So
let's see.
We'll know more about that in the upcoming weeks, but. That's pretty much it for this video, so thank you for joining me, iBuko.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
All right, I will see you guys on Thursday for stream, hopefully. See you then.
Bye.